Originally, I wanted to make these back-to-back games 2 separate videos because of the amount of time in between games since the Chicago game got postponed. But now it's Friday and I'm recording and the game is tomorrow, so I'm not doing that. Oh, I just started wearing this bracelet and it's pulling my arm hairs. I used to wear a bandana back in high school. It was actually quite strange. I came back from Toronto, my first ever Raptors game. I came back and I started wearing a blue bandana. It was sideways, and then ever since then I just started wearing a bandana every single day. I normally wore it like backwards or forwards, whatever the fuck. I had the little tail in the back. You know, I thought it looked good, and to be honest with you, I think I was really just trying to hide my absolute landing strip of a forehead. Ugh, what a mess. But yeah, no, it was really weird. It was like, at least, it was over a month that I wore a bandana every single day. That being said, I just thought I was a trend starter. I really wasn't. I was still the only one wearing it by the time I stopped. God, high school was a weird fucking time for me. But let's talk basketball. First of all, I want to talk about this Kings game because, wow. I mean, what the fuck happened? And I mean that in the best way possible because this game was stupendous. For starters, damn near every single player on the team was a positive in the plus-minus except for Isaac Bonga. He was a -4, but that's okay. Gary Trent Jr. and Justin Champagnie were both plus 19s in this game. Oh, and so was Scottie fucking Barnes. We're gonna be talking about Scottie Barnes later. Now, if I'm being honest with you guys, I didn't watch all the second half, but I watched all that first half, and what an enjoyable half it was. 70 points! 70-45 after one half. Also, I have no idea who was commentating on both these games. I didn't really pay much attention, but I didn't recognize the voices all that well. I think Leo did the first game with someone else who I wasn't sure. But this guy that was commentating with Leo, he said this one thing. He was talking about Marvin Bagley and Gary Trent Jr. He said, and I quote, Bagley, a former teammate of Gary Trent Jr.'s. Couple of dookies. A couple of dookies? Okay, they both went to Duke, but I don't think that makes them dookies. Fucking dookies. I don't know, that sentence kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Moving past that, as I said, everybody played amazing. Phenomenal ball movement. Everybody was getting their touches. Nobody was playing selfish. It was just beautiful to watch. The defense was immaculate. After one half, all of the starters had between 8 and 14 points, so, you know, well-rounded team effort. The bench had 19 points. Where did that come from? And in the first half, Scottie Barnes had 14 points and 3 fucking blocks. He finished with 5 on the night. The boys shot 61% from the field, and to be honest with you, I just have nothing negative to say. This was just such a refreshing game to see how good this fucking team can be when they're playing their best. And I mean, listen, the Kings aren't like the Warriors out here, they're the Kings, but still. And we're actually not going to be doing any segments for this game, but we are going to move into the Brooklyn Nets game. That was the second night of a back-to-back for the Raptors, so you have to understand they were probably quite tired, especially considering the fact that, you know, the starters get a shit ton of minutes since our bench usually plays atrocious. That being said, the Kings game wasn't so bad. So the Brooklyn Nets had a whopping 8 players available. The rest off with COVID. James Harden didn't play. Kyrie Irving still unvaccinated, but Kevin Durant and Patty Mills played, and that's all the fucking Nets needed. 34 points for KD, 30 points for Patty Mills. You know what? The Raptors fought real hard. They were down big in the first half, and then they were up big in the second half, and then they tied it up, went to overtime. I don't entirely remember the last sequence in regulation, but I know Fred knocked down a clutch 3, and then Patty Mills came down, buried a 3, and sent us to overtime. And then Fred VanVleet went and shot from the elbow, and I think it might have gotten tipped, or he just airballed it pretty badly. Either way, it was an ugly attempt. Oh my god, I haven't worn these pants in months and they're a little tighter than I remember. Overtime rolled around. Raptors scored the first 4 points and I was like, okay, we might be able to win this. And then it went downhill. Kevin Durant started coming down. He started making every shot he took. It was hard to watch. You know, I don't like playing against Kevin Durant. He's good at basketball. Long story short, Raptors did not come away with the W. Brooklyn Nets win at 131-129. But we need to talk about Scottie James Barnes. I'm pretty confident his middle name's not James. That doesn't change the fact that he went ballistic in this game. In regulation, in the fourth quarter, with a few minutes left, he was making every shot he took. You know, he was stepping back and shooting threes and falling down and knocking them down. He was just taking every clutch shot and he was making them. God, that kid is like absolutely unreal. I don't have words to describe how fucking good Scottie Barnes is. And they still got him number 2 in the Rookie of the Year ladder. 23 points, 12 rebounds, 5 assists for Scottie Barnes. 44 minutes for the youngin. Kid's only a month and a half older than me. That's fucking wild. I could not imagine being in the NBA, and that kid's one of the fucking best rookies in the NBA right now. I'm just gonna throw in some of my favorite Scottie Barnes plays from the game.
Have gone 12 straight games, not allowing an opponent to shoot over 50% from the field. Barnes, he is ridiculously impressive. The jumper doesn't go. Rebound controlled by Barnes. He's going to line it up, and he's got a 3. Nets haven't scored since the 4:43 mark. Kick it out for Barnes. Edwards there defensively. Step back. Oh, ridiculous!
If that doesn't have you convinced that Scottie Barnes is a top 100 player of all time, then I don't know what to tell you. Kick rocks, bud. Oh god, I got some beer on the Lowry jersey. What a conundrum. I saw a lot of people saying to stop letting Fred take clutch shots, but here's the thing. Fred has proven time and time again that he is the most clutch player on this fucking team. Now, if Scottie Barnes would have hit that half-court shot and won the game for us, then sure, give him the ball every single time, but he didn't. It's asking a lot, obviously. Fred has consistently made big shots in big games, and now you guys just want to strip it all away from him because the last couple attempts haven't gone too well. The only reason we went to overtime is because of Fred VanVleet, and you have to put some of the blame on Nick fucking Nurse because every single play is the same and it's not difficult to stop. Oh, we have a chance to win the game, it's tied, give it to this guy and let him get a basket. That's it. So, you know, Freddie gets the ball, he goes in, he goes to the elbow, shoots a shot, misses, whatever. Going to overtime, it's not the end of the fucking world. What, you would rather have Scottie Barnes go in there and attempt a shot from the elbow and miss it? Like, these plays are not hard to stop. You can't just put the blame on Fred VanVleet. That kid is fucking filthy. Anyways, if I don't end this video, I'm gonna start fucking running around like a chicken with my head cut off, and I'm gonna start punching walls, and it's just gonna be an ugly scene. So thank you a shit ton for watching. I really do appreciate it. And yeah. Take care, boys.